We are beginning the second week, and we are at the halfway point. So much is going on. People are calling this the finance talk. And as you might expect, the finance issue has been the most sticky. The focus seems to be how will resources or money be mobilized? Should we create a new financial mechanism? There are 4 options moving forward. That's a lot. At this point, they may meet after COP because these issues are so complex and we need to get this right. This next week is going to be incredibly busy. Apparently things are going well. Still lots of discussions happening. Very little has been agreed on so far. It seems like there is still a low level of trust with financing in developing countries. There was also a protest against using wildlife credits today as a way for corporations to avoid actually protecting biodiversity.
I'm here with Elliot. He's from Logic. Elliot, we were at a protest. What was that about?
Yeah, so it was a protest against biodiversity offsets and carbon offsets, and basically just calling out the companies that think they can get a free pass. Just if they put a little bit of money in these offsets, then they can kind of allow themselves to do whatever they want, and also that these denouncing that these spaces, these biodiversity offsets, also allow for human rights abuses and abuses of natural lands and natural species that shouldn't be allowed because nature isn't a resource just there for us to use.
Yeah. And what are carbon credits?
They come in a few different shapes. So it's basically just something to kind of equalize the impact that you have on the environment. That's the goal, the intended goal. And so they measure your carbon footprint, and then they credit it to a certain amount. Like you pay an amount for that amount of carbon to be removed from the atmosphere. So it just allows you to think that you can pollute to that extent and then kind of take it out, although it doesn't actually work like that. The pollution kind of stays there. So that's the carbon credit.
Youth are getting frustrated, and it's easy to see why, as finance attempts to maintain business as usual with get-out-of-jail-free cards. It was also Red List Day. 1,500 scientists donate their time every year. This report now features a new global tree assessment. 1 in 3 species are now threatened with extinction. By maintaining trees, we can prevent extinctions of other animals. For example, did you know an oak tree supports a colossal 2,300 other forms of life? There are 166,000 species on the current list, and 63,000 are threatened with extinction. Almost 6,000 new species were added to the threatened section since the last update. It was also the release of the Protected Planet Report by the UN today. 17% of land and roughly 10% of oceans and coasts combined are currently preserved and protected, as we agreed to do 10 years ago. We need to double the land area and quadruple the water. The land area is the size of Brazil and Australia combined, and the water is larger than the whole Indian Ocean. And the trick is that they have to be areas of rich biodiversity, and we have to protect them, not just say they're protected. Bottom line, we have a lot of work to do. That's it for now, and it's not even lunchtime.